What's up, baseball fans? Frank from Frank's Card Corner here. Today we're going to take a look at my 1988 Topps set. This was the 9th set that I collected as a kid back in 1988. Pretty basic set, not much going on in here. Let's take a look at the set stats. 792 cards in the set. Just a couple of key cards to look for in here is the Tom Glavine rookie card and the Ken Caminiti rookie card, but it's loaded with stars and Hall of Famers. Let's take a look at the set. Okay, let's take a look at the California Angels. We'll start off with them. I list all my cards alphabetically by team. You can pause the video at any given moment to see the cards that you want. I'm going to move rather quickly just to keep the video going. As you see, Don Sutton there in the lower middle. Mike Witt in the upper left. And there's the Caminiti rookie card, lower left with the Astros. This was the year right before Craig Biggio came along. There's Jose Canseco with the A's, managed by Tony La Russa. Mark McGwire with the Gold Rookie Cup. And there's Terry Steinbeck. Steinbeck was a good catcher for them for a number of years. And onto the Toronto Blue Jays. Jesse Barfield, Lloyd Mosby on this team, Tony Fernandez. Blue Jays had a good, powerful team back then. There's Fred McGriff. Actually, his first rookie card, his first card in a base top set. And onto the Atlanta Braves. Dale Murphy on this team. Tom Glavine, rookie, right up there. And onto the Brewers. Glenn Braggs. Chris Bosio. Paul Molitor and Alan Trammell on these teams. Here's the Molitor card. And moving on to the St. Louis Cardinals. There you see Robin Yount with the Brewers. Vince Coleman. Willie McGee. Cardinals had a lot of fast hitters on this team. Ozzie Smith. And moving on to the Chicago Cubs, you see Greg Maddux there in the lower right. Rafael Palmeiro, second year card. There's Ryne Sandberg at the top. Pretty basic design for this with this set here. It was never really not one of the more popular sets of the 80s. Again, like the 87 set, it was very overproduced. Nice, clean, simple design though. I kind of liked it. As you look at the Montreal Expos, Andres Galarraga on the bottom, Pascual Perez lower right. Moving on to the San Francisco Giants, there's Will Clark. Will Clark was a huge hitter back then, as everybody knows. Big National League hit leader a couple of years. Kevin Mitchell top left. There's the Matt Williams rookie card. On to the Cleveland Indians. There's Mel Hall, Joe Carter at the top. Julio Franco played a long time, I think up until he was 50 years old. With the Mets for a few years, bounced around to a lot of teams. Good hitter, played a long time. And onto the Seattle Mariners, there's Mark Langston, middle left, good power pitcher, big strikeout guy for a number of years. And onto the New York Mets, big contending team back in the 80s. Won the World Series in '86, of course. And you see Keith Hernandez and Ron Darling, Lee Mazzilli, Mookie Wilson. And moving on to the Baltimore Orioles. Managed by Cal Ripken Sr. There's Fred Lynn, Eddie Murray. There's Cal Ripken up in the top middle. And on to the San Diego Padres. You see Tony Gwynn in the bottom center there. Hall of Famer, one of the greatest hitters of that era. Him, Wade Boggs, just hitting magicians, those guys. And we move on to the Philadelphia Phillies. There's Von Hayes, Lance Parrish, Mike Schmidt coming up. There's Schmidt in the top middle. Hall of Fame third baseman, of course, 500 home run club. And on to the Pittsburgh Pirates, managed by Jim Leyland. You see Barry Bonds in the top middle. Sid Bream. Mike Dunn, top left with the Gold Rookie Cup. Rookie Cup. And there's Andy Van Slyke in the lower left. Great outfielder for a number of years with them. On to the Texas Rangers. Rangers had some good power hitters, as you see Pete Incaviglia in the upper left. Bobby Witt, great pitcher for many years. Ruben Sierra, great hitter. On to the Boston Red Sox. Ellis Burks, Mike Greenwell, two good rookies for the Red Sox during this time. Also, Sam Horn didn't amount to too much, but he was a very big prospect. As we move on to the Cincinnati Reds, Paul O'Neill's rookie card, I believe, is this year. As you see, Barry Larkin, and we move on to the Detroit Tigers. A couple of Hall of Famers on this team: Alan Trammell, Jack Morris. Kirk Gibson also on that team, not a Hall of Famer, but great player, as we remember his hit from the 88 World Series, the home run, where he was limping around the bases. Probably one of the greatest home runs I've ever seen. And on to the Minnesota Twins. Kent Herbeck, Gary Gaetti, Kirby Puckett on this team, Frank Viola. Moving on to the White Sox, Carlton Fisk, another long-time player, played a lot of years for a catcher, Hall of Famer. And we finish up with the New York Yankees, managed by Lou Piniella. There's Don Mattingly's card, lower middle. Al Leiter's rookie in the lower left. Leiter had a number of good years, went to the World Series with the Mets in 2000, pitched against the Yankees. And we move on to the team leaders, showcasing a sub-series in this set, showcasing a bunch of leaders from each of the teams. And we get into the All-Star cards, featuring the 1987 National League and American League All-Star team. And finishing up with the record breakers in a Turn Back the Clock series. And the checklist. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out the rest of my videos.